Best baby. So true. Tell a fake 5-minute story that's not real at all. Okay, so yesterday I went to the dollar store. I went to the dollar store and I went up to the cashier and I said, hey, you look familiar. Where have I seen you from? Turns out it was Alfred E. Newman, I think that it was, from Mad Magazine, with that stupid big face, and he has like 4 wrinkles or something under his chin. Here, hold on. This guy, he looks like a 14-year-old and a 56-year-old, and I'm so confused, but he just looks so weird. But I found him at Dollar General, and I'm like, what? You serious? What are you doing working at Dollar General? You've made millions making Mad Magazine. I don't know why you're working at Dollar General. You have so much money. And he's like, well, I sold the rights to my face to somebody else, so I got plastic surgery to make my face look slightly different. Turns out he got a nose job and makes it look a little bit less thick, a little bit less full. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I guess you're your own person now, but you don't make any of the money, which doesn't make sense because he's already signed up to make the Mad Magazines because they're under his name. But I guess that's not really enough. So yeah, I ran into him and then I was like, hey, can I show you to my friends around town because I just want to see that I've met a celebrity, you know? He's my favorite celebrity that was made from magazines, but technically I don't read any magazines, so that's why he's my favorite celebrity from magazines, because I don't read any. But he's the one that I know. So yeah, since he's not stuck in the books anymore, he came back to life and he works at Dollar General, and I went to show him around town. So I go over to my friend's house and I'm like, hey, look, it's Alfred. And he's like, who's that? I'm like, Alfred, the guy from Mad Magazine. He's like, oh, I didn't recognize because the nose job. He's like, yeah, I got a nose job. It's pretty hilarious. Makes my nose a little bit less full. So I'm like, oh yeah, he did do that. I forgot to tell you, I'm sorry. So yeah, he was like, okay, I have to go back to my shift because my manager is probably looking for me. We were gone for like an hour and 27 minutes. And his manager got really mad, so we went back to the dollar store. I saw his manager was like screaming. He's like, where's Alfred? Where's Alfred? Where's Alfred? We were gone for a long time. Luckily, he didn't get fired because his nose job made him look so attractive that his manager actually had a crush on him. Luckily, he got off with 4 years probation. He didn't really get any severe punishments, which is great. Then we were like, oh, okay, what if we ask him real nice? So we asked him real nice, hey, can I show him around my friends around town? He's like, oh, since you asked kindly, since I know I can trust you, then sure. It doesn't really matter if anybody's working here or not, because it's Dollar General. If you're selling things for $1, you might as well have a bunch of people shoplift. So yeah, I left with him, and we were gone for about 30 minutes, and then we stopped at a friend's house, and we turned on the news. Looks like somebody robbed the Dollar General for $900,000. And it's like, why would you have that much money in the register? Are you stupid? Turns out people don't really care. They just kind of get the money and don't really transfer it anywhere. They just get the money and stick it in the cash register. Paper's pretty small, so you can fit $900,000 in that cash register somehow. It was on the news. Somebody robbed it, and nobody was there to stop it because nobody was working there. His manager was off because he left at Dunkin' Donuts. He went to get some coffee. He was tired. Then somebody robbed the store, and it was hilarious. Then the news reporters made all of their money from the story because they're news reporters, and news reporters make a lot of money, I think. Do they? I think. So yeah, they got all their money from this story. And turns out that the news reporter was the one that stole the money from the Dollar General all along. She just cloned herself. So she cloned herself and sent her over to the Dollar General so she could cover herself up. But she was the one that stole it. But it was just her clone. So they have the same personality, but different bodies. So that's kind of just how it works. She got off scot-free. Nobody found out, except for me. I knew it, but I just didn't rat her out because I don't want to be a tattletale. So she bought a mega mansion for $14 billion. And she put like 14 pool tables in there and 1 TV. I don't know why you would have only 1 TV in there. If you're gonna have that many pool tables, like why do you need that many pool tables and only 1 TV? Doesn't really make sense. Feels like you can watch more TV than play pool, and you can like play video games and stuff. You can even play like digital pool on a TV. I guess she didn't really think of that because she just wants to play regular pool, man. She wants the nice good old feeling of playing regular pool, which makes sense. If you like regular pool, you're not gonna fucking play 8-ball all day. It just doesn't really make sense to you. It doesn't really register in your mind saying, hey, I really don't want to do this because this isn't regular pool. This isn't the pool I like. It's not the same feeling. There's nothing to it. You just move your thumb, you go on the pool cue, and that's just kind of what you do, and that's it. She just didn't really care. All she does is play pool. It's pretty sickening. I tried to boycott people playing pool yesterday. It didn't really work, sadly. I tried, but I failed. It sucks. I'm kind of against people playing pool, you know, for a living, because it doesn't make sense to me. Just hitting a stick against a bunch of balls. I could just do that by having gay sex. So yeah, the Mega Mansion was huge. It was made out of bananas, so it eventually collapsed in on itself. But the pool tables weren't made of bananas. They were just covered in banana, like rotted banana. The house only lasted like 2 weeks. I don't know why they would sell it for $14 billion if it was made out of bananas. It's gonna deteriorate in like a week. People are stupid, man. Why are they making these big houses out of bananas? It's stupid. I think that's the end of the story. I thought enough. It was nice. It was a good old time. It went from Alfred E. Newman working at the dollar store to a news reporter buying $14 billion houses made out of bananas with a bunch of pool tables in there. And one TV. You think the chandelier would be made out of bananas? Did this priest just go swimming? Scarf the size of a towel, man. Such a long scarf. You do not need that long of a scarf just because it's cold. You're trying to blind yourself with a scarf? You don't need to be bundled up that much. You're gonna have to swivel it around like 30 times in order for it to actually like be somewhere other than your knees. Right, that was not that bad. It was 624. Pretty good. And I was talking like the entire time. It just proves how much I can do while speaking.